You know, last week when I asked if London was going to ban knives because of all the stabbings in their city? Yeah, I was joking. But apparently the government across the pond has lost what's left of their minds, because now that is exactly what they're doing. Hey guys, I'm Brittany Hughes and welcome back to Reality Check on MRC TV. In the wake of a bunch of stabbings and acid attacks, London is now imposing new knife restrictions on its populace, including a ban on carrying any knives out in public. They're also imposing a stop and frisk policy whereby police are allowed to pat you down right there on the sidewalk and search you for weapons. There goes your privacy, Britain. Now the problem is legitimate. London has seen 31 people murdered with knives in the last 2 months alone. Crime in immigrant-controlled areas of the city has skyrocketed, and on top of that, police now say that gangs are playing a fun new game on the street where they get points for stabbing people. So here's how they've decided to solve this problem: by not letting anyone carry knives at all. London Mayor Sadiq Khan said in a tweet on Sunday that there is never a reason to carry a knife, and that anyone who does will be caught and they will feel the full force of the law. Yeah, there's never a reason to carry a knife, except for trimming strings and opening boxes and cutting food and loosening screws and the thousands of other handy tasks that don't involve stabbing other people. Have we just given up any illusions that we still hold people accountable for crimes and not inanimate objects? Are we just not even pretending anymore? Should I start giving my kitchen cutlery a good talking to before I head out the door in the morning? Like, back, butcher knife, don't go stabbing anybody while I'm gone. Of course, these new regulations are not actually going to keep criminals from carrying weapons, because for the millionth time, you know what criminals don't do? Obey laws. No knife-wielding gangbanger in London is going to wake up one morning and say, gee, I would go stab a whole mess of people in the park today, but those pesky government rules say that I can't take my machete outside. Nope. They're going to go stab a whole bunch of people who can't defend themselves because their mayor has taken away any ability for them to fight back. So here's a thought. Why not just mandate that everyone roll around in layers of bubble wrap so that nobody gets hurt ever? Because apparently it's easier to penalize law-abiding people and make their lives inconvenient than to attack the source of these problems. We see it in America and we're seeing it all over Europe. It's easier to blame the knives and take them away from people who would never stab anybody than to maybe take a gander at your ridiculous immigration system and ask why all of a sudden people in London started getting shivved right and left and have to dodge acid bombs on the way to their grocery store. It's just easier to strip search your own citizens in the middle of the street and confiscate their pocket knives, because looking at a deeper cultural problem might offend someone. In America, we see it when it's easier to blame the gun than to take a hard look at our shattered families and our fatherless sons and our failing government-run education system that leaves children broken, lost, and angry. It's easier to point fingers at the NRA and millions of gun owners than it is to question why all of a sudden kids are growing up with bukus of mental health problems and aggression issues. And that maybe that has something to do with the fact that we have so devalued the notions of family, faith, and strong father figures. But no, let's blame the guns. Let's blame the knives and the borax, because I guess it's easier than blaming ourselves. There's just one problem with this great solution. It's not actually going to solve anything. So have fun with your new knife laws, London, and with the fat load of nothing that they're going to help. And that's your reality check, guys. Subscribe to our YouTube page, like us on Facebook and Twitter, and stay sane out there.